This is Greater Southwest International Airport. It is practically deserted now, but it has again become the center of great controversy between Dallas and Fort Worth. It's called a very valuable piece of real estate. Today, the Fort Worth Council held a special meeting, as reported by Channel 8's Fred Hatton.
The Fort Worth City Council today approved a letter to the Dallas City Council making Greater Southwest International Airport available to the regional airport at a fair market price if needed, or air easement if not needed, and easement to construct a highway system on the property. The decision did not come easy. Confusion and questions of bad faith on Dallas' part were almost unanimous.
You have before you a letter which was delivered to me. That's the purpose of this meeting, to determine the answer that we want to give to the city of Dallas in response or a reply to the letter that was sent to us. All of you have a copy of the letter in front of you this morning.
So we're just going to come down here and immediately pass upon a letter within 15 minutes after it's read to us and say, that's it. We might as well not come down here at all.
Obviously, old wounds have been opened. We'll get Dallas' surprising reaction in just a moment.
There's still a spirit of cooperation. There's still a need to get the airport built. Air transportation is moving rapidly ahead. We realize this. Love Field won't handle the traffic much longer. We've got to move ahead on the airport. Dallas Council is very enthusiastic about working not only with Fort Worth but all cities in the North Texas area and counties and building a greater area. But as I said earlier to some people, that no one, whether it be here in Fort Worth or wherever in a governmental office, I don't believe that they want to rush into something if they feel like that they want to think about something a little longer. And this is what it boils down to today. There's no big disagreement with Fort Worth. As we said here in the meeting today, the overall engineering and architectural concept is very well liked. The location of the airport is well liked by everyone. So it's just a matter of getting a few things cleared up in everybody's mind.
The heart transplant teams from Parkland Memorial Hospital and the University of Texas Southwestern Medical School are in the process of completing a lengthy procedure to replace the diseased heart of Floyd Pratt, a 46-year-old construction worker from Dallas. Following the transplant, the doctors will comment on the procedure and the patient's condition.
All systems were go last Monday for approval of plans for the North Central Texas Regional Airport when Dallas City Councilman William Cothram asked the question, where does Greater Southwest International Airport fit into the picture? There was no answer to that question, and the Dallas City Council delayed action while sending a letter to Fort Worth asking questions about GSI.
I don't know what Dallas the City Council is asking for. I don't have any conception of an idea. I know that we have showed good faith. We have been the aggressive ones. They have been the ones that have dragged their feet.
Dallas councilmen waited 30 minutes past the time for a special meeting this afternoon. Then it was announced by Mayor Eric Johnson that they would go into his office to confer with attorney Alex Bickley about some legal matters. They had been waiting for Cothram to arrive. When they returned to the council table, it was obvious that the discussion had been thorough in the private office, because with no other talk, the motion was made that the entire matter be held for further consideration. Approval was unanimous. However, Mayor Johnson tried to smooth over the apparent split during the meeting, as did Cothram after the meeting.
I can't speak for everyone. I'd say that people just wanted to think about what the answers were. You know, you get something, you read it, a few minutes later, have to make a vote on it, and you're talking about an awfully big venture here, a big step. And I think everyone just wanted to be sure they were doing the right thing.
While the two city councils sniped at each other and Dallas officials walked away from the matter, a neutral agency announced a step that may provide the eventual answer to the big question, what will happen to Greater Southwest International Airport? The North Central Texas Council of Governments, a planning agency, will begin a study of the impact of the regional airport on the entire North Texas area. But specifically, this study will emphasize local areas adjacent to the regional airport, including GSI, and recommend the best use of the areas. However, just what may happen between Dallas and Fort Worth in the meantime remains to be seen. This is Roger McDonald, Channel 8 News.
Mrs. Pratt, with all the recent advances in heart transplants, did this help your decision any?
No,
Was this a hard decision for you and your husband to make?
it wasn't for him.
How long has he been thinking about this type of transplant?
I really couldn't tell you that.
And what have the doctors said are his chances?
50-50.
How about Oklahoma University of Texas weekend? Do you expect these things to be brought up, and do you suspect that any action will be taken during those weekends?
I have no comment to make on that question at this time.
What direction do you expect SNCC to take from here on out?
From here on out, we plan and will proceed to do our utmost to show that there are still in the Dallas area, in the legal areas, a lot to be done to correct the laws or to justify the laws to the needs of the people of the Dallas area.